Hi everyone, it's Lord Magicus, and we're back for round 3 with Is It Merfolk? So this is Y Principe. Okay, I don't know how to... Maybe I did not pronounce that right, but we're on the play again, so that's good. Let's be on the play. But we're up against Urion, so... This is not really the hand I want against Urion decks. Like, Vile and Force are good, but these I don't think are going to be very good against them. Like, we only have one threat the whole time. Like, these Abrades and this Bolt are just probably not going to do anything, and that's my... I don't, like... They are... Yeah, there's no way that they can be good against this deck. I think I want a hand that has more threats in it. I guess this is better, but, like, no, this is worse. This is actually worse. You have Mutavault and Spreading... Like, again, Bolts and Seas are not very good against Urion, so... Alright, come on. We're keeping this 5. We'll keep this. We'll put, I guess Polluted Delta and Lightning Bolt in the bottom. This is definitely a better hand than like any of the other ones we had. I don't know, our mulligans were not terribly kind to us here. Like, the first hand was like sort of close to being a good hand, but the problem is like the interaction that we had in our opening hand is just not very good against Urion. They're more likely just going to be playing a bunch of control cards where like lightning bolts are totally irrelevant to them. So yeah, you play like Astrolabe. Utopia Sprawl? Okay. What the fuck does this mean? You Utopia Sprawled a forest for green. Okay, maybe this is some weird list that we haven't seen before. What are you trying to ramp into? I'm not sure, but we have to play more creatures because I don't know what their plan is here, but I don't want to stick around and find out because Urion's endgame is going to be much better than ours. So we have to be on the aggressive plan. So what's the deal? Astrolabe. Okay, I expected the Astrolabe, so I'm just not sure what you're doing with it. Wooded Foothills. Okay, I'm so confused. Is this some... This is some... Why would you play Wooded Foothills in a Urion deck? Forest. Is this just splashing for some... What the hell is going on here? I guess Spreading Seas would be kind of good, right? White. Okay, so this is green and white. What are you doing though? This is weird. This is not like a list that I'm familiar with. Okay, so some kind of Naya deck. You have so much green mana. Why do you need that much green? You have Lightning Helix in this. So confusing to me. Alright, well, let's play Mutavault and get in. I don't know what's going on here. I more assumed that this would be like a blue-white deck, but this is now like a Naya deck. But it still doesn't look like this would be a match where Bolt would be very good. Because they're trying to ramp into stupid nonsense. Okay, I understand the purpose of that card, because you can blink it and get value out of it. I guess I just don't understand the purpose of Utopia Sprawl. So that's 1, 2, 3. Like, what are you casting here? Okay. Is this some kind of like Naya Ponza deck? Well, Shore Thief being a 1/2 might actually matter here. I'm not going to win by not casting these cards. Let's tap this down. They discarded Supreme Verdict. So this is just like 4-color control, basically. Okay. So this is a Supreme Verdict deck. Interesting. I would love to pay 2 life here. I'm just trying to make it so that they can't really block anything very well, so I can just freely attack into all this. I have no idea like what we're doing here. Okay. Let me take some damage. There's another scenario where Shore Thief being a 1/2 actually matters, because Biomancer would have just died if we sent. Okay, no. Oh, okay. Is this like a Niv Mizzet deck? Is that what I'm missing? This is 5 colors. So what the hell is this? Maybe this is Niv Mizzet. That's why they have like these cards. And they're just trying to fix so they can cast it. That's so weird, though. Yeah, it's Niv Mizzet for sure. Okay, I get you. I understand. Bring to light. Okay, so you can bring to light, get your Niv Mizzet, and then get like a bajillion cards in hand. Okay, that's fine. This is unfortunately Blood Moon is going to be kind of undermined here by Astrolabe. But I still think that we bring it in anyway, just because they have to have... Their mana base is really greedy, so we want to just try to like disrupt them on that as much as possible. So I guess like Seize into Lord, that's not good. Yeah, like that's really bad. You can't attack. Well, Niv Mizzet's going to take game 1, so that's what's happening. Yeah, they have like a bajillion cards in hand, like Astrolabe. Okay, so what are the ones that they took? Did it Lightning Helix, Kaya's Guile, or yeah, Angrath's Rampage and Bring to Light. So they have all of these cards. Well, so these 4 cards in hand. Renin 6, another reason that this being a 1/2 actually helps. Because now they can't just ping it down. But I mean, yeah, we are in like serious shit against this. Yeah, I think this is probably right-click concede territory. We will draw 1 more card, but I think that this is basically over. We've seen enough. Like, that's not really enough to change this, I think. What are we doing? Like, okay, so they have... I don't know, I guess we'll just play and attack and hope for the best. I don't think that we're beating this Renin 6. Or we're not like beating any of this stuff. Let's just attack, alright? That's maybe somehow like the aggressive plan will be enough to kill them, but I doubt it. Alright, we are dead in 2 attacks from this Niv Mizzet, so we only really get 1 more turn, and then they still have a ton of removal in their hand to kill off our board. Which, you know, it is what it is. I mean, at least we saw some cards in this match that like actually made this look reasonable. We had 1/1s and Renin 6, so... Yeah. Alright, do your thing. Show us some more cards. Okay. Alright, we're done. That's fine. I mean, like, we can't, there's no possible way for us to, like, beat this in 2 attacks. They have, like, way too many cards, and they also have the ability to just Yuri on and start blinking it, too, so. I mean, give up. Roast is not very good here. Deprive, actually, is kind of good. Blood Moon. Well, Lightning Bolt is... how do I say... Lightning Bolt actually might be fine. I think we take out the Abrades. Because Bolt can still kill like Birds of Paradise, which they're going to play in turn 1 a lot of times. Deprive can counter Niv Mizzet. The problem is Force of Negation can't. They also play like a Supreme Verdict, so like Force can't counter that. It could counter Bring to Light, which maybe is reason to keep some number of them. Actually, Master Waves is not very good. I guess they have like tons of removal that can kill that, so maybe I can keep 2 forces. I don't think Royal Scions is going to help us very much because, again, this is sort of like a mid-range match, but it's also sort of like a combo-y kind of match where once Niv Mizzet resolves, like, there is no out-grinding that with Scions. Like, we need Scions for more stuff like Black-Green X decks. Yeah, I think that we have to treat this a little bit differently. I think I'm okay with this. Run this. Okay. It's getting warm in here. It always gets warm in here. I have the air conditioner off when I'm recording this. Alright, we'll play. Yeah, that was terrible. Unfortunately, we can't actually like cast like any of these cards, so we have to mulligan. This is better. I guess you just put like Fiery Islet in the bottom. Could put Misty Rainforest in the bottom. So I'm gonna do that. Sorry. There's a chance at some point if we just keep flooding out in lands, we might want to crack this for a card. This hand's okay. Like it does a thing. Maybe if we draw into like land into Blood Moon, like that could also be fine. I guess I could have kept Misty to get like another island, but I didn't want to get. I think if I kept Misty, I'd have to get Steam Vents, right? Because if I draw like Lightning Bolt, then I want to be able to cast it. Or no, I have to have a red source to cast Blood Moon anyway. So, like if I keep Misty, I'm definitely taking like 3 damage off of it. Whereas with Islet, there's a possibility I might not take 3 damage off of this land. So, okay, TikTok, you're on the clock here. There we go. Naturally, as soon as we start with like this hand, that's when they're gonna have like Birds of Paradise. When we don't have Lightning Bolt for it. No, okay, never mind. They have Utopia Sprawl again. I don't want to force that yet. I want to like try to save this for the Bring to Light if possible. What do we get here? Ah, come on! Alright, well, we still have to play Silvergill first because there's way better thing. We can play Vial next turn if we draw like another land. Oh, okay. Well, if we draw a land, we're definitely slamming this Blood Moon, and then we can start taking Vial up. I don't know. Actually, Blood Moon doesn't really do anything right now. I need them to play like non-basic lands so that I can moon them. So they have green and white. The problem is I'm going to give them red mana, so Helix is going to be online. Okay, well, Moon's going to do something against that. Oath of Kaya. Well, that sucks. Yeah, it's not great. I could force that, but I really don't want to. Like, just give me a land so I can play this Blood Moon. That's actually fine too. I can, again, reshape the colors of their available mana by this now, so... But, fuck, them having snow basics is not helping our cause. Yeah, like, now Blood Moon doesn't even do anything. They have, like, every color of mana they could possibly want, and this is not going to disrupt them in the slightest. Let's get the vial out now. I was hoping I could draw another blue card so that I could have something to pitch to force if they go for, like, Bring the Light. What do I do about this? Like, this is gonna be so bad. I can't... Oh, fuck. Alright, If I use the force, then I can't counter the thing anyway, so... He's just gonna bounce the Ether Vial... Well, he's gonna bounce Astrolabe. That's really interesting. What does that even mean? Okay, so can I kill the Teferi? Okay, well, if they're doing this, maybe they're desperately just trying to draw cards. Oh, that's beautiful. So, they could have, like, Supreme Verdict, though. So I gotta be careful about how I deploy out my hand here. Let's kill off Teferi. It's worth the 2 life to get this off the board. Okay. At least we have force up for Bring the Light now. We have reasonable power in the board, but we're still vulnerable to, like, Supreme Verdict, which would suck. And this Blood Moon is doing absolutely nothing because they just have, like, a bajillion snow basics. This is this is one of the big problems. Like, this is a 5-color deck that is not weak to fucking Blood Moon. What even is this format? How is that a thing? I don't understand. How do you get away with that? Are you just playing Uro? Okay. I guess that makes sense. I'm gonna Helix this. I don't think I should be letting you do that. This Regery is worth a lot right now. Oh, that's actually really good. So I just Violin Master and attack for 7. I still have Deprive up. I can even cycle this for a card. I don't think I wanted to cycle it just yet. Well, we're in a race with this Uro, but I don't know, we're actually close to stabilizing this. That's no bueno. I guess we just have to let them take the Deprive. They're gonna laugh at us for this. We're gonna get laughed at for having Blood Moon. Like, this basically just may as well not even be in our hands, because they're just gonna cast like Niv Mizzet right now. So what is our only hope here? If we draw like... Oh my god, like we're wrecked by this. We can't beat the Uro. Well, this is where I get punished for this. If I had actually used mana to cast this, then I could have actually viled this in here. But I didn't know they were going to Thoughtseize away my Deprive. No, I can't give up yet, but like the game is over. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, this does absolutely nothing. Like, we are playing a hate card against a 5-color deck that is like playing like all basic lands that, you know, this does not work here. Why? Why, Magic? Why? This is so bad. So I think we're down to like needing Trickster again, is what it is. Okay, I give up. Okay, well, we got totally destroyed by 5-color Niv Mizzet, so I don't know. This does absolutely nothing against their deck, as it turns out. So yeah, I don't really have much to say about this except that like this card needs to be unprinted from Magic the Gathering for like 3 or 4 different reasons, not the least of which that you can play 5 colors with like 4 basic lands in play. Insane. It is absolutely insane. I mean, I guess, like, one other really important reason, like, if you are not playing Snowlands in your deck, then you're also giving your opponent a ton of information that you're, like, not playing this card in your deck either. Which is why we're playing Snow-Covered Islands, because if I play Snow-Covered Island Pass, I don't want them to know that I'm not playing Astrolabe in my deck, so that's just another reason for it, but... yeah, no, we don't really have a lot of good cards against Niv Mizzet because this is not a deck that I planned on playing against. So stuff like Roast is just going to be really bad against it. Maybe I should have brought in Relic against this. I don't think I did, right? No, I did not. So that could have been a design. Maybe I just don't bring in these and instead I just bring in like another Force and like the 2 Relics. That could be better. I don't know. Definitely could have done better with this, but... This was just awful no matter what. Like, Lightning Bolt against Uro is absolutely not where you want to be. Lightning Bolt against stuff like little creatures is what you want. This just undoes Lightning Bolt every time it attacks and draws them a card. So, any hand where you're keeping Lightning Bolt against like this kind of deck is just like pathetically useless. And again, like they're playing stuff like Oath of Kaya, which again undoes Lightning Bolts. Bolt is just so bad. So like our first hand that we kept against them was useless. Yeah, like, it's just not great. But the other problem, though, is, like, they're also playing Birds of Paradise, so, like, you kind of need it to shut that off, but it doesn't have that like same feature where, say, like against Jund, if you have the option of killing like a Scavenging Ooze or a Dark Confidant with it, or aiming it at their face. Here, aiming it at their face does not really do anything. I don't know. We just I have no good plan for how to defeat this at the moment. Like this was brutal. So I will see you for the next round.